You're tuned into Inside Lowell. Inside Lowell podcast brought to you in part by Washington Savings Bank, serving the greater Lowell community for over 130 years. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank.
WellPoint. Unicare is now WellPoint. New name, same commitment to Massachusetts. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point.
Boston North Company, offering a wide variety of business solutions to help restaurant and retail clients save money. Boston North. Mahoney Oil Company, providing warmth and protection to families in Greater Lowell and Southern New Hampshire since 1925. That's Mahoney Oil. Francis E. Preventia Insurance. For auto, home, business, and life, trust the agency Greater Lowell has counted on for more than 40 years. Francis E. Preventia Insurance. GoPuff. A grocery store right at your fingertips. Use the code Lowell20 to receive $20 off your first order of $21, plus free delivery. Download the GoPuff app or visit gopuff.com today. And by the Massachusetts Pirates, bringing all the hard-hitting action and excitement of arena football to the Tsongas Center in Lowell. Get your tickets today by visiting masspiratesfootball.com. And now, time for another Inside Lowell podcast. Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home, this is your place.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Inside Lowell podcast as we go inside the Pirates, the Massachusetts Pirates. I'm your host, Teddy Panos, coming to you from the WellPoint Studios here in downtown Lowell. Unicare is now WellPoint. New name, same commitment to Massachusetts. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. Excited to have our friends from WellPoint helping make this podcast possible, along with all of our sponsors. And we're very excited to welcome in our special guest on this podcast. Oh, that one, the audio, or I should say the video looks a little weird there. So I'm going to try to call that up again. Josh Gable is the kicker for the Massachusetts Pirates. Josh, can you hear us, my friend?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
All right. I think I'm having a little bit of a problem with your video here, but we'll try to get this thing rolling. But in the meantime, welcome. We're excited to have you with us. We're excited to have the Pirates here with us. The home opener the other night. Can you tell us what that was like from a player's standpoint out on the field?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, Ted?
Just the home opener the other night, it was exciting for those of us in attendance up in the stands. What was it like for you guys down on the field?
I would sum that up as well as exciting. All of the players were pretty excited, and we just wanted to, finally have a home opener. It was nice, getting that road victory. It's the first win, but we kind of wanted to see, what it would look like, and the support you would get from Lowell. And my first time playing there, I like how the seats matched the field. It was great. I really liked it.
How's the Tsongas Arena in terms of a facility to play in? You're a veteran of the indoor football league, right?
Right. So it's a little tricky with my job just because I'm kicking and I kind of have to dodge the scoreboard there. I kind of have to move around that. Can't really hit anything long unless I move the ball to the side. But I love it. I honestly love it. I love the fact that they had local students help build the field goal post that I kick on. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that. I noticed you guys had to move off to the sides to do your kickoffs, and the ball was getting close to the roof of the building, let alone the scoreboard there. Is that typical out in these arenas?
Some of them, some of them are very high to where you don't really have to worry about it. But in our arena, you really do have to drive the ball. You really have to be quite skilled to, have it not hit, and then have it get to the back of the end zone as well. Or if you want to hit a deuce for those 2 points, that's a kickoff going through the field goal post. You really have to drive the ball without hitting the top of the roof. And I feel like that's very possible. I don't feel like it's too different from the old arena. But aesthetic wise, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Like it looks great. I like it.
How about the game itself? The final score was close, but I have to be honest with you. Watching it, I always felt like you guys were in control. There was a kind of a point there at the end of the first half where you guys had a touchdown called back due to a penalty, and then the next play, the other team the Sharks got a pick six, and I think it made the final score closer. But did you guys feel as in control as I kind of felt watching in the stands?
Yeah, we were very much in the driver's seat the entire game. We didn't really panic too much, and us having like the veterans that we have, and Joe and Tio, and myself and a few other players, I feel like that's when we just gotta calm down. And it was there the whole game for us. It was there. We just had to do what we do.
Awesome. We're chatting with Joshua Gable. He is the kicker for the Massachusetts Pirates. He's joining us here on the Inside the Pirates podcast. We finally got your handsome face up there on the screen, Josh, after a couple of minutes. So, tell us a little bit about kind of your football journey and how you ended up here in Lowell. This is your fourth year with the Pirates, I believe, but you've had a fascinating background, especially for a kicker, my friend.
Yes. Yeah. So I obviously started off with soccer. That was my main sport. After I graduated, I waited, around a year and went to Europe and played soccer there for, almost 5 years. Then, I kind of joined the Indoor Football League. It was kind of after losing the love of soccer. Saw some things that I didn't really grow up seeing when I was playing when I was younger. But I enjoyed my time there in Europe and in Belgium and Italy. Very great experiences. But then after that I did get into arena football. I got into that. Started off with the Barnstormers, or Kurt Warner's old team. It was great. Ended up winning the championship there. It was really nice. I was kind of like thrown into the fire. And after, I played back home in Nebraska with the Danger, we were no longer a team. But after, hearing about, some teams here and there, I was really interested in Mass because I had already gone to rookie minicamp and stuff with the Pats. I had actually been signed by the Pats before that.
Right.
There's something about Massachusetts.
2019, right? You were on the Patriots practice squad, and there was some thought you might actually get into a game because Nick Folk was struggling at the time, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I've been there multiple times, like 2017. Then I was brought in for workouts and stuff. And I still know the special teams coordinator. Actually, I talk every once in a while with Cam. But it's Joe Judge. He was the coach that kind of knew about me first and brought me in. It was him and Bubba Raventrone, who is now the special teams coordinator of the Browns. And we keep in close contact. He's a great guy. Going along with Joe, also a very good person, great guy in his own right. And he, some of these guys should be head coaches. I know he was the head coach with New York, but I just feel like it was a little sample size, and he didn't really have what he, needed to be successful. He didn't really have the pieces he needed to be successful. And, he found his way back over here, which is really nice. Found a home here. And, I like playing over here just because those guys really get to hone in and, watch us play, and they kind of keep track of us. So I like that.
So when was your European soccer experience? Because you played professionally there, right?
Right. Signed with Lazio, and they sent me actually. So you sign with the first team. If they feel like you need playing time, they'll send you on loan, which means they'll pay you, then send you to another team to get playing experience. Then I went on loan to Belgium, and there I had played with. I played in Genk, a team called Genk in Belgium, little tiny city. But in that tiny city, they developed three of the best players in the world today, which you're seeing now. Kevin De Bruyne, who's the best player for Manchester City in one of the best leagues in the world. Highest paid athlete, one of them. Played with Thibaut Courtois, the goalkeeper at Real Madrid today. Anthony Mbombe, he plays in the French league. Leandro Trossard, he plays for Arsenal right now in the league. So very big names, very, very, very uncommon to step on the field with that type of talent. I don't know if that tells you how good I was, but it blows my mind to just see them and take a breath and, watch them on TV every Saturday and Sunday. And sometimes I do it to get prepared for our games because they play, in the early mornings. The time difference, and it kind of pumps me up.
That's
I don't forget that part.
Yeah, that's fascinating because for those unfamiliar with it, they call it football, we call it soccer, but in Europe and other parts of the world, that is like religion, and you are indeed talking about some of the best of the best. Was that prior to you kind of going the football route and trying out with the Patriots?
It was prior to that, yeah. It's prior to that, and honestly, I've been tempted a little bit to go back. I've obviously watched, a couple of USL games. I'll watch MLS games, and I don't feel like I've lost a step there. American soccer it's a little bit slower, and I know a lot of Europeans come here and call it the retirement league. But I think it'd be pretty fun to lace them up and even practice with like the Revs. I think that'd be a really cool, experience. I think I'd be completely capable of doing it. It'd be awesome.
You have to talk to Jawad about that. Make it happen, right? He can pull some strings.
Oh, yeah, that'd be amazing. It would be amazing.
So there's one other component of your background that we haven't talked about that yet, and that is you had become kind of a YouTube sensation. You're known for your quote unquote trick shots. I've seen some of those videos as I was preparing for this podcast today.
Yeah, no. So, it's crazy because I didn't really think it would become, anything. I didn't think there'd be, much substance, around that. And it just happened to, take off. I was doing it for fun. And, it's kind of like what they tell you, do what you love. If it makes something, if something happens, if it's like a little spark, it is what it is. But just continue to do what you love. And, something may come of it. And that kind of took off, and a lot of people started following me, and I didn't shy away from it just because I was so used to just doing those random tricks, and a lot of coaches are like, hey, like that's actually insane, and I developed a lot of that skill playing soccer, but I feel like it caught the eye of like a lot of people, and I was very reluctant.
One of those videos actually shows you kicking either 4 or 5 consecutive 65-yard field goals, and at the time the record was 64 yards.
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. At the time, that was the record, and I had hit that many. Yeah, it was 5, I believe. I still have that. I have that like archived in my Instagram. I have so many videos archived on my Instagram that I'm just like, dang, do I want to be known as a trick kicker anymore? So I just, kind of took those away, but I might bring those back out.
Definitely worth it. Let's talk a little bit about this Friday night's game. You're playing Friday at home again at the Tsongas against the Sioux Falls Storm. What do we know about them, and how much do you need to know about them as the kicker preparing for this game?
I actually do a lot of film. I watch a lot of film. I'll usually go on, YouTube and see kind of how the returners returned last year. Obviously, I'll see how they return this year, just because I know they have a coach who is in his own right one of the best coaches in this league. I know his son is also coaching there now, so it's kind of one of those things where you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, because you never know what they're looking at. So I try not to miss anything. I know they have a really good returner, really quick. He's been an underdog his whole life. I know he went to, he was in Last Chance U. And he just wants an opportunity, probably in the NFL, probably in the league or CFL. He wants to take that next step. So I don't take any of that lightly. I need to, kind of play my own game, but at the same time, just be aware of that. I've had to make some tackles this year. I think I have 3 in the first 2 games so far. It's been like a lot of tripping or slide tackling too. And I don't know. I'll usually make a business decision depending on how fast they're going toward me. But it's been nice to see to watch the film, anticipate, see if guys can get up and block field goals, how fast I have to get it off, and kind of do my own research. Then when it comes to game time, kind of play my own game.
You mentioned the 3 tackles. I was just going to ask you how often does an IFL kicker actually have to get in on the play? In the NFL, it's rare. If your kicker's making tackles in the NFL, you're in trouble. But if you've got 3 in 2 games, either you guys are breaking down or you're getting into the scrum.
Yes. So yeah, it's an arena. Honestly, you can make a few cuts and you can be headed home. And when I see, if I see somebody after I kick off, if I see somebody, kind of like make a juke move or just hit a hole, I usually will try to angle really quickly and angle them to like the sideline, because I use the wall for help, because the wall I count that as another person. I usually like angle them to the sideline so I can, at least bring them down, get something on them, or I'll, strip them, which they haven't been too happy about. They're at least expecting that. I feel like it's a lot less dangerous than, trying to, take them out by their knees or something. So I feel like I'm 100% doing that. I don't think I've ever had anyone get past me. So it's been really nice. And, I look forward to any returns if there are any. We have a pretty good, cover team. So I'm not that worried about it. But if so, I feel like I'm fully capable of making that play.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you in action this Friday night. The Massachusetts Pirates hosting the Sioux Falls Storm over at the Tsongas Center. 7:05, I believe, is the game time. Josh Gable will provide the opening kick. He actually, first play in Lowell was the opening kickoff by you, right in front of me where I was sitting, by the way. So.
Oh wow! I didn't. Oh wow! I'll have to like wait to do something like before I fall off.
They gave us good season tickets. So, Josh, thank you for taking the time to join us today, and good luck Friday night and the rest of the season. We look forward to seeing you guys. We're happy to have you in Lowell.
Appreciate it, Ted. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
All right. That is Josh Gable, kicker for the Massachusetts Pirates. This has been another Inside Lowell podcast. As we like to say, Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home, this is your place.